Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 31 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Cincinnati score. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And all the way down to the 35. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Rodgers again now. This will be caught at about the 6. And we'll take it in for a Bengals touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time it's Chubb. And he'll be
taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground is Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Mayfield now from the 50. Flush to his right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
From the red zone now, Mayfield buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin Ken with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Joe Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And on the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bengals 21, Browns 14. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Second and goal.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Rodgers now on first down. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's caught at the 2. That catch good for only a couple. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Bengals 28, Browns 21. Dustin Hopkins.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now on first down.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's got room. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards on the ground.
26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 29, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 4-yard pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback